Along here. Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show, everybody. Keaton Weiss and Russell Dobular in for Jimmy through Monday. We've been talking quite a bit, of course, about the devastating fires in Los Angeles and the lack of government preparedness in the run-up to the fires and, of course, the response to the fires. An angry resident caught up with Gavin Newsom. Holy smokes, says Johnny Maga. L.A. woman runs up to confront Gavin Newsom about his failures, asks him why her daughter's school burned down and why the hydrants didn't have any water. He deflects every question and tells her his many calls to Biden aren't going through. Yes, that's correct. This is quite the piece of video here.
Got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
Literally.
Well, thanks for wearing a mask, but could you stand back a few more feet? I would appreciate that. You know, you're respecting the masking, but not the social distancing.
Governor, please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now.
I'm literally making a reservation at the French Laundry. Calling the president right now. Calling the president right now. I'm on it.
I'm ordering pizzas for the entire neighborhood. How do you like yours?
Yeah, how do you like yours? Vegan cheese, I assume. Is that the part of town we're in? Vegan cheese and what do they got? Cauliflower crust?
Governor, please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around.
He's an old man. He doesn't know how to answer the phone.
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's
playing
get
the
it.
watermelon
Let's get it.
slicing
I want to be
game
here
on
when
the
you call the
Have
president.
you seen
I
the
appreciate it.
president
I'm doing
lately? Can you
Yeah,
imagine what it's like trying to get him to have a coherent conversation about a natural disaster?
Yeah.
That's the position
Why?
I'm in right now.
Get cell service.
So
There's
let's
no
get
cell
it.
service.
Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild. We're getting
Why
the
was there no
resources to deal with
water in the
misses.
hydrants,
That's
Governor?
all being, that's all literally.
Is it going to be
being-
different next time?
It has to be. Has to
Right.
be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
To
everything
fill the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally, you know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do. Can I have an opportunity to at least tell people you're doing what you're saying you're doing? Could somebody have a contact? Can I have your contact information?
Right there.
Love that. Yeah, I'm calling the
Yeah.
president.
They
Can I
gave
talk
her-
to him? Well, they're not going through.
Yeah.
They're not going through.
They gave her his personal number. Yeah, he's got my contact right there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure they put her in touch. Look, I don't mean to say, I don't say this jokingly. I don't say this as a quip or anything like that. But I don't know when next time is going to be. I mean, this is an apocalyptic fire. I mean, I don't know what the rebuild is going to be after this. I mean, it looks. There are no words. It looks like there's no more. I mean, the entire neighborhood's just every building on every block.
How do you rebuild from that?
Yeah,
Like this is worse than Katrina. As you pointed out, Katrina, and because of a history of racism in the way that housing has traditionally been distributed in a lot of cities, the lower Ninth Ward, a very black area, got hit the hardest in Katrina because it was in the lowest lying, least protected area. This is a case with a fire. Fire doesn't respect any economic or class boundaries. There's no geographic element that's going to hold it back like that. So it's just ripping through everything It's not, the damage and devastation is not localized in quite that way. So yeah, like are they going to spend hundreds of billions of dollars rebuilding all this? And frankly, you already had outflow migration from California. Now, I would imagine that is going to greatly accelerate because you're going to have a lot of people leave the state. And who's going to come in? Who's going to come in when this is what could happen? So I think you're right. Part of the reason they would not even rebuild is you're not going to have the pressure to rebuild. You're not going to have the population coming in really to rebuild for, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I assume they will obviously rebuild these areas, but I don't see them being the same.
To some extent,
yeah, not to the same.
Not to the same extent. Yeah, like sure they'll do something, but remember, developers have to want to come in and build because from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of residential homes that were destroyed. Well,
yes.
Who are they rebuilding those homes for? And what it's going to do to housing values, particularly when, there's a whole other element of it we were covering yesterday. Who's going to insure these homes? Who's going to insure it? Is the federal government going to become the insurer for all of Los Angeles? Because you're going to have a hard time getting State Farm to insure anything there.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Absolutely. Individunity, that's a nice recap. I'm literally talking to the president. Can I listen? It's not going through. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Does he have T-Mobile? Mel, absolutely. Gavin Newsom's White House ambitions have gone up in flames. Yeah, we were talking about this on our show yesterday. Now, Russ has been very bearish on Newsom's presidential prospects anyway, even before these fires. But I do think this is really devastating for him. I think whatever ambitions he has moving forward are going to be checked by this, because this is not the kind of thing that's going to be out of people's minds in 4 years. Like I said, I don't think these neighborhoods are ever going to be what they were before these fires. I don't think they will build up back to what they were, which means that the legacy of this is permanent forever. I think that's my opinion. I know politically they're going to follow him at least 4 years.
Yeah, I think running for president as governor of California is like running for greatest chef in the country as the head chef for Jack in the Box. Like, there is no way that this man was ever going to win the presidency. Now, there's no point to even trying. I'd be surprised if he tries. You never know with these egotistical narcissists, but why even bother? He'll just embarrass himself.
I do think he'll try. I think absent this, whatever you felt his prospects were in a general election, I think absent this, he would have been the favorite for the nomination because I think he's the most politically talented of anyone that the Democrats would throw up. Now I don't even know if he's the favorite for the nomination because I don't know if the party leadership and their propaganda arms in the media, or even the rank and file Democrats at this point, who matter least to the party, of course, I don't know if they think he can win now, given this. Like, with this disaster on his hands in such recent memory, and I know it's 4 years from now, but like I said, I think this is going to stick with people forever. I don't see how you even win the nomination at this point, because I don't think you are seen as a viable general election candidate at this point. I just don't see it.
Yep.
Which, you just talk about the prospects of this party just going down the drain all at once between Biden and Kamala. Now Obama's got no cachet left because of his remarks about how the brothers aren't going. Just all of these people just tanked. The bottom just fell out of the entire party, which is a silver lining of sorts. Yeah, they absolutely did. They absolutely asked for it. All right, so